Let's just go.
Oh gosh.
All right, welcome everyone to.
We're not even doing the 5 seconds of
Paul,
silence.
you're not doing the 5 seconds.
Well, guess
of
who
silence.
doesn't need it anymore because the levels are good. Because apparently Levi can master him on his own now.
Oh, good. Oh, goodness.
Good job.
I mean,
Levi.
I do mixing semi-professionally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Anyway,
I'll-
welcome to Lake City Variety episode 42069-15.
I think it's actually just 15.
No, we've done 4,206,915 episodes.
On that note, I've
You
decided to.
you didn't know that?
I've decided
No,
to
I
retire.
guess I didn't
I
know
actually
that.
put each second as its own episode.
That still seems pretty outrageous of a number.
Well, I mean, think about it. We have
Uh-huh.
currently uploaded, I mean, at the time of recording this,
You want to do some math?
there are 24 premium and regular episodes up.
Yep.
That's about 60 minutes for each one.
Yep.
60
Which I mean is 3,600 seconds.
Yeah. Is that 3,600 seconds?
Yeah, 60 minutes times 60 seconds in a minute
Okay. Well, times 24.
times 24.
Yeah.
I mean, 3,600 times 24 brings you to like 60,000.
60,000.
Anyway, so
Probably
I got there at the
closer to
same
like
time.
So each tenth,
75,000.
Probably
each
closer, yeah.
tenth of a second is an episode. So
All right, everybody. Well,
there you go.
all right, I'm going to edit
That'd
all
be
that
good.
out.
No, you're not. You don't know how. You don't know how.
Oh, I can do all things.
You want to get your headphone cable untangled from your gamer headset microphone?
I don't understand what's happening.
You're all tangled up. What do you mean? Pull your mic through the center. Not that mic. The mic that's on your face.
I'm so confused right now. For those of you in a non
There
For
you
those
go.
of you
audio-
that can't see, Levi isn't wearing any pants right now, and we're very
He's-
subtly trying to get him to put pants on.
to put his
Look,
penis
I'm
away.
not going
but
to
we didn't want to like point it out.
Well, now that
directly
Elliot's
in the
pointed it out.
podcast.
Also, we have auditioning for the part of Elliot 4.
Yo, it's great to be here for the first time, for the fourth time.
That's right. We told him explicitly in his contract that he couldn't unionize,
cannot
and he agreed
unionize.
to it. So
Yeah, he also agreed to 15% of the Patreon money. So,
I was not negotiated on that price point.
mm-hmm.
And
Anyway.
now I have no way to fight for a higher wage.
Because you signed your contract.
That was a poor decision.
It was. Well, anyway, it's been. We've changed up some recording days so Elliot can actually join us because apparently he has a job or something that he has
Got
to
a
work.
job.
What the heck, man?
Podcasts couldn't support me.
If you do feel like supporting us, though, you can head to patreon.com/Lake City Variety. We'll have
And pay
That's right.
Elliot's
Right now-
rent.
pay Elliot's rent or make him
Every
dissect
dollar-
a fetal pig.
yeah, goes to Elliot messing with a fetal pig on camera.
Yep. We're getting there, folks. But you'll get access to 11 premium episodes. Premium in that you have to pay for them, not that they're better than the free ones.
No, they are.
They are.
Just go.
That's actually really important to preface, I might say.
I would preface it like this.
We record
If
our bonus episodes after our regular episodes.
If we are deeply esteemed and refined in this episode, then we are uncut and unadulterated in
Oh,
our
yeah,
bonus
I
episodes.
agree.
You're paying for the uncut.
Yeah, you're paying for listening to me talk about when I had no money and just had a deep depression.
It
that
is
I
a
couldn't
recurring
solve.
theme.
It's just 30 minutes of me rambling about how sad I was.
However, I will like to celebrate. Never mind.
No, say it.
Oh, I was gonna say last episode's 9-minute end of episode segment or 7-minute end of episode segment.
What do we do for that again?
Oh,
It's been a week,
I forget.
you know?
I forget. But you were there.
I wasn't there.
Yeah,
I know.
we
I was ambiguously saying the you as in our
listeners.
varietizers.
Yeah, I did get some feedback from a few people.
Oh, did they like that?
Varietizers, they're a fan of it.
Are they actually?
Corey especially did say that he's Corey. Shout out to one of our Patreon subscribers, the only one that really interacts with us.
Woohoo!
Thank you, Corey.
Shout out.
Yeah, the other one's a big dingus.
No, there's not just two.
You're right.
There's more than I think there's 3 or more.
Is there 3 or more?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, like we're rolling in it. By that I mean we can pay the internet bill to upload these.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of the internet bill, I bunged up today. As you heard last episode, I built a new editing rig, and I decided to go, hey, Carly, my wife, says the internet's slow, and I don't feel like taking an hour and 15 minutes to upload to YouTube and upload to Patreon or to Anchor.fm. Thank you, Anchor, for sponsoring this episode and every episode we've done, except for the premium ones. Those are not sponsored because if you pay for them, no ads.
You're sponsoring them.
Yeah, you are the sponsor, and we thank you. So I was like, okay. And so I decided to get quadruple the internet speed because Spectrum, the garbage service provider, sometimes offers you a nice deal where it was like an extra $20 or something like that, like an extra $10-$20
Oh, yeah.
a month
For 4 times the speed.
for 4 times the speed. And it's like, it's kind of worth it if you use it. And so I got that installed today, except for I'm an idiot and I did all my own networking and stuff like that because I know how to do it. And I know that my router can technically do 1.2 gigabit internet.
Oh, sick.
Except I read that wrong, and it's 1.2 gigabit intranet. And intranet and internet are 2 different things.
I don't know what that means.
Intranet is the communication of things on the same network. So, like, my phone could communicate with my TV at 1.2 gigabit per second.
Okay, that's kind of sick.
Which is like 1 gigabyte per second. Gigabit and gigabyte. A gigabit is like a base 8 system. And gigabyte is base 10.
Okay.
So,
sure.
Yeah. Anyway, that's why they're confusing. They're not the same thing.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I, of course, knew that.
Yeah, that's why if like you had like a PC and you had like a 1 terabyte hard drive, sometimes it shows up as like 852 gigabytes. Because like the terabyte is a byte and not a terabit. So it's anyway, it's confusing.
Oh,
and like
gosh.
the people who make Windows and people who make Linux just can't agree with like the hardware engineers. So if we could get the hardware engineers and the software engineers to agree on the same term and base 10 unit or even base 8 unit, which is fine.
Sure.
It'd be great, but they don't. And so it's like I have a 32 gigabyte flash drive and then it's like, "Oh, great. 28.9 gigabits or whatever."
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
And you knew this the whole time, Allie.
I mean, yeah, of course, I understand.
Anyway.
But
So
for the sake of the audience, could you explain what you just said? Like you're explaining it to like a 5-year-old?
okay. Let's say that if you have a pile of rocks over here and there's 10 of them in there.
Yep.
And we're going to call that a bit.
Yep, that's a bit. 10
and then
rocks
we
is
have
a bit.
8 rocks over here and a different pile.
Yep.
And you call that a bit.
That's 18 rocks. 18 rocks total.
That's a bit.
They're separate.
And
it's a byte and a bit.
And so if you look at the 10 rocks, and that's a bit, and you look at the
It's
8
a
rocks,
byte, that's a gigabyte
and
over here for
that's
the
a
10,
bit.
and it's a bit for the 8.
and then the drum set does a
Well, so and then let's say you have.
then it's like an actual
Let's say
bit.
you have 2 bytes. How many rocks would you have? You'd have
no more because you ate them.
No
All right.
teeth?
Anyway, so I bunged up, and my router cannot do anything past 100 megabits per second internet or Ethernet.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I could do Ethernet, but I read the thing wrong. But I have a new one coming in tomorrow, a new router. It was already ordered, so it's like I didn't screw up that bad because I was going to get a new router anyway. But it was like, oh man, it would have been really stupid to have amazing internet and not be able to use
and just
it.
have it bottlenecked.
And just have it bottlenecked by my router.
Yeah.
How stupid
Yeah,
would
that'd
that
be tough.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing today, and it's a little rough. But at least we have some more time to. So this will be uploaded later. We had to change up our schedule a little bit, so I actually have more than 2 hours to edit then upload.
It'll
Which
be
is kinda
uploaded
sick.
at
You
like
can go to bed.
20 times the speed too.
Yeah, 4 times the speed.
Like at 4 times the speed.
I can
too.
render the video at 25 times the speed.
There's a whole lot of numbers
Oh.
that have been thrown out in the last couple of minutes, and I'm not really tracking with you here.
So Paul can render at 25 times the speed, and
Okay.
I can do a bar mitzvah at 25 times
Yeah,
the
yeah,
speed.
he can do a bar.
What
he
can
make,
you-
He can make a 7-month and 10-day-old be a man in Jewish culture.
I know.
that's amazing.
I know. What have you grown in any exponential way?
Yeah,
in the past,
In the past like
few
week or
weeks?
two. In the past week or two, have you done anything?
Can
where
you do
it's-
anything
where
25
you're
times
25
faster?
times faster than you were?
Honestly, get into fights. with my new job, technically my responsibilities are to take care of children. But
Do you
Yeah.
fight children for your job? Can I have that
MMA?
job?
legally speaking, I am not allowed to say that I fight children for my job.
Okay, so you restrain
But it
children
happens
Have you thrown a punch
more
at a child?
often. No, I can't throw the punch, but the punches can be thrown at me, and have been thrown at my coworkers a
That's
number
intense.
of times. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
That's not the direction I expected that to go.
No, neither did I.
But I mean, neither did the 7-month-old Jewish child. So there's that.
All right, so I think my offer for new microphones expired, and the guy didn't accept it.
Dude, that's too bad.
So I'm going to make an offer for $2 more.
$2 more.
For those of you who didn't
Take
hear
it
that,
or leave it.
because Paul's voice is a bit far away from the mic,
Oh, sorry.
he did place an offer on some mics.
Yeah, a lot of 3 microphones.
That expired.
And it expired. And
And
now
so-
I'm offering them $2 more, because maybe that'll respond to that.
Yes.
Anyway.
And so, anyways, Elliot, I've heard that you had a few things happen of interest.
Sorry.
So.
Okay,
Okay.
Elliot, come on.
I think
I'm
that
just
means
going to start over here. So,
Can I edit that out because your girlfriend's being really mad at me?
yeah, she is going to be.
Did she mention about it last time? I burped
Um,
on the mic. Because I
there's-
didn't burp last week, but the week before that I did.
I don't know if she mentioned it to me, I guess. She did have a very big complaint about it, like one of the first times she listened to the podcast, though.
Yeah.
But
It's unprofessional. Whatever.
I mean, if she threatens your life,
If she
I
does
would
threaten
do
my
it.
life, I would stop burping into the microphone. But
that's probably
if she threatens Elliot's life,
I would also.
I would also consider stop burping into the microphone.
well. I mean, you guys have killed me canonically 3 times now.
No, I mean, well, you died. You've been replaced. You've mysteriously disappeared.
There
a few
could be
times.
no connection made between the other podcast hosts and my 3 previous
It's been really
Well, like-
tragic.
incarnations.
like legally speaking, I've been told that I can't comment on the
right,
situation.
of course, certainly.
So I hope that my silence doesn't.
And if you do comment on it, what happens to you?
I cannot say
Hold on.
since I've
If you do say though, what would happen to you?
I would owe the company
If
like
you would say
$6
it
million
right into this wire that is on my chest, what would happen to you?
I've technically signed a non-disclosure agreement.
It's the magnets. We know that it's not you.
Okay.
We know
And
you've been
if you break
replaced.
that,
We know what happened to the original Elliot.
you go to prison, right?
It's the magnets. Elliot, we know what happened.
It's just I can't magnets I can't do.
So anyway,
magnets I'm trapped.
I had this thought
Magnets,
probably close to a week ago now.
magnets.
And
I can't tell them
if
I'm
my
being
co-host would
controlled,
like to
right?
join me on this topic, I think it's actually
I can't tell them I'm being controlled.
pretty
What are you
enjoyable.
talking about?
I'm sorry. What?
What are you doing?
I was doing.
Elliot's
doing
trying to
anything.
talk, and you just keep whispering into the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Elliot,
It's
what were
very
you trying to
rude.
talk about?
Trying to drive me insane, right?
Excuse me.
What?
Okay. So this entire podcast is really just an experiment for you guys to drive me like actually insane and then record it, right?
I think
What?
so.
That's like
It's called a social experiment, and it's
Right.
for YouTube.
right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Oh, Dr. Evil's here. Hello, Ellie. I don't know.
That is not what Dr. Evil sounds like.
Right.
Right.
That's
So it's got to suck being the biggest guy in prison, right?
I mean,
Well, I suppose.
Every single
fat
day.
I've
or
never,
like
I've never
muscly?
been the biggest guy in prison because I've always been like the medium-sized one in prison.
Like,
Okay.
do you mean fat or muscly?
Just the biggest guy in prison.
Like,
So you guys know
like
the saying,
6'8",
it's like-
400 pounds.
Yeah.
You go up, and, you're supposed to do when you go to prison is you go up and you find the biggest guy and you kiss him.
And then you just get whacked in the face?
Well, there's that option. Or
You're supposed to kiss the biggest
you're
guy.
supposed to kiss him, or
and
you're
then
just
say,
supposed
"I'll
to
be your
slug him.
boyfriend. Can I be the top?" And then
Oh my gosh.
That's a little inappropriate.
and then
That's
and
unsensitive.
then everyone
For the
leaves you
free-
alone because they
free
know
episode.
that. Yeah. Okay, I'll say anyway.
But every single day, when new arrivals get in, they look at you and they must think, "I got to prove
I
to
could-
everyone else
I
that
could take
I'm
this guy.
that I'm
I
not."
think they think that
I'm
until
not
they
a
see the
joke.
guy stand up and he's like 6'11".
I think that only like increases their
Gosh.
chance.
If you were
Because
6'11", why aren't you
people go
playing
into jail
professional
with the mindset-
basketball?
Well,
at
clearly
that
because
point?
you murdered someone.
Because you're in jail.
clearly because
you're like,
you, either the things around you or your personal life experience has caused you to do something terrible, and now you're in prison, especially
currently-
federal prison.
to my knowledge,
You've committed a felony, which is not like, his 5th traffic violation. You killed someone. You assaulted someone.
although white collar
did
crimes are
robbery.
felonies.
Yeah, well, like robbery.
Yeah. Robbery.
Although it'd be really funny to see like the
Embezzling.
6'11" guy embezzle.
Mhm.
Like that's what he went to. What'd you go to prison for? Jaywalking.
it's a problem, honestly.
I stole
It is.
$6.2 million from Great Clips
Do you know that the
by
term,
putting a negative number on the tips.
and we can get back to being the biggest man in prison.
Yeah.
But the term J is actually like a really, really derogatory slur
Yeah.
from the 1920s, and they just decided to make an illegal term for crossing the street
Oh yeah.
to deter you from crossing the street because you
It's
don't
like
want to
it's
be a
calling
J.
you. It's calling you a gay guy, but derogatorily.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that guy, he's not all right, you know? He's like, kind of fruity. He's artistic. Just that's my favorite thing for like
Calling
growing
people-
growing up in a small town where it's like the kid is clearly he's questioning like where he's at in life and what he wants.
Yeah.
But then like the dad who's just like a farmer or like sports guy is just like, nah, he's artistic, and the kid's never drawn anything in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Like never done anything of the sort.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, he's just artistic.
He's just an actor. Just loves the theater.
It's like, no, he's just a math nerd and he's gay and he's yeah.
Small towns.
Anyway, I thought that was funny. So we're all driving you insane. Is that what you're telling us we're doing right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we going to go to prison and
Is
see
that what you
what
cancel?
it's like?
Is that what you say? I can't make it to the podcast because you're just like, oh,
I mean, he also worked yesterday.
we didn't record this yesterday. Don't worry.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You worked 7 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wink.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why this is part of the illusion that needs to be kept. I feel like the audience members can know that we like record on random days.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
So congratulations, you're in the know now.
Welcome to the know.
Oh no, the illusion is broken. We've held it for 24 episodes, but now it's gone. Yeah. Can you just not
Oh
spill
no.
fruit cups?
Oh no. He
Just-
almost spilled the fruit cup.
Just
Okay.
don't spill fruit cup. Honestly, I vacuumed this entire house
I did
last
have
weekend, and the amount of red that came out of my floor is ridiculous. From just vacuuming.
You mean as in like blood?
No, as
I
in
can
fruit
neither
cups from
confirm nor
you.
deny if that was Elliot.
It was both of you. Both of you did it.
No, that's anyways. That's not what I was implying.
Oh, the blood. Well, that was Elliot probably 2 or something like that.
Oh.
Anyway.
You know what they say. I did spill something terribly. I had a very eventful day right before this podcast.
Did you really?
Like the 15 minutes leading up to this moment
Mm-hmm.
was absolutely absurd.
I went and bought pumpkins with my wife. What'd you do?
I was filling up my water bottle,
Yeah.
and then I was telling Elliot this just a second ago. I was filling it up, and then in like classic movie fashion, like twisted like out of my hand. And so it just sprays water all over my kitchen and then falls down the steps to my basement. And not only that, but I'm like sitting on the ground cleaning this up, and then like Dalmas calls me and is like, "Hey, I'm going to text you a math problem that I'm working on with some friends. Can you help us out?" And I like literally like look at it for 5 minutes and I'm like, yeah, I kind of get what's going on, but I also don't.
I feel like you're the type of engineer in the same way that I was the type of chemist that just didn't do math.
I was actually pretty decent at math. I'm just literally 2 years out of actually doing math.
You haven't taken a math class in 3 years.
I haven't taken a math.
Because you didn't take DiffyQ in like your senior year, did you?
No, I took DiffyQ as a sophomore.
Yeah.
But I took operational methods.
Oh.
Which is a class
That's
about
computer math.
Fourier and Laplace transforms. It wasn't computer math. It was obscure math that I will never use in my whole life.
Because you're
and
going
I
to be a
barely,
like
barely
algebra?
understood it.
Yeah.
No.
Like what, geometry?
Like obscure
Listen, the only
math.
thing you need to know how to do is add 420 to 69.
Woohoo!
And
It
it's
is
489.
489.
Yeah, and that's the highest number. And if anyone else says there's a high, have you seen that? Have you guys ever seen Mr. Show?
No.
It's the guy. It's the lawyer. It's Saul Goodman, the lawyer from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Bob Odenkirk.
Oh, yeah.
Bob
yeah,
Odenkirk.
okay.
And then the bad guy from Alvin and the Chipmunks. The bald guy, David Cross.
Cross, yeah.
Yeah, so it's Odenkirk and Cross, and they had an HBO show called Mr. Show, and they would just do like sketches that they would write. And one of them was like a mob boss, and like, yeah, like 24 is the highest number. Like, think about it. There's nothing higher than 24. And then someone's going, but like, what about 25? And then they have cannolis delivered, and it's like, it's $30. How much did you give him?
24.
$30. Listen, if anyone says a higher number than 24, you're going to hear from my 45. And then it's just mob bosses or mob guys enforcing 24 as the highest number.
That would be
And so like there's like a stadium
absurd.
that's like completely full, and it's like, and the winner of the guess your attendance answer, the attendance answer for like the Rays versus whatever. It's 24 people, a full house, completely full. Just a guy standing behind him in the booth. And like signing a bill into law. It's like, we're giving $24 to student aid. Just a guy standing behind him.
That actually sounds kind of realistic.
That kind of sounds real. But anyway, yeah, Mr. Show is great. To steal someone else's analysis of it,
yeah,
it's really hard to end a sketch. Like, I don't know if you guys ever did improv or anything like that.
Only
like,
with Elliot.
I did improv for like a little bit in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't good at it, and I don't really care for improv. Stand-up's way funnier.
Okay.
Improv kind of like whatever. So it's like improv, but it is a written sketch, but you're improvising as you're doing it.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to end a sketch. And so they would just like go, and then they would just make a final joke and then be a black screen. Like they would just end it, or like they blow up the scene or whatever.
Yeah.
Or just do something funny. But yeah, Mr. Show was really, really funny.
Is this our Mr. Show episode?
No, it's not.
Let's make a skit.
Make a skit. We're gonna add. Are we gonna video it? Elliot has to be on video for that. He doesn't have consent.
I mean, it can be like an
Elliot
auditory, like.
Free had just signed the form when he went missing.
Yep.
And then, someone asked for his autograph, and then he disappeared for a while.
Adios.
Oh gosh.
It was Corey. He still wants your autograph.
You know what happens when
mail
you
it to him?
Yeah, you can mail it to him.
From not my address, from a P.O. box maybe.
I mean, you could just use my
You're
address.
gonna spend $50 on a P.O. box?
If it means I don't get shot by your coworker, yeah, I think I will.
I could just bring it to work.
Yeah, that might work.
But anyway, it's shoot.
Did you lose something?
I think he lost his brain. So maybe we have to pick up
Gone.
where
He's
he
just got a
left off.
blank stare on his face.
I got a
now.
1,000 yard stare.
I saw all those islands in your eyes.
1,000 Island stare. That's what you get. when you order
When
that
you're-
eggs Benedict from Uncle Louie's.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Uncle Louie's.
I've never been to Uncle Louie's. That's my confession.
Really?
We need to
Never.
go.
Never once.
Have you got a favorite breakfast spot in Lake City then?
I don't really eat breakfast.
Okay. You're
Yeah.
dead to me.
The only times I eat breakfast are when I'm gonna go eat breakfast with people.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like that's about it too.
I don't eat breakfast unless I make the intentional decision to go out and get like good breakfast.
Yeah, that's
Because
fair.
cereal is sad.
Like if I'm gonna
It
get
doesn't
breakfast,
fill me up anymore.
Like I like brunch. I like after Sunday.
Brunch is
after
nice.
church
Yeah.
brunch is good.
Okay, however, what is like the top 3 cereals? Like of your childhood?
Of my childhood.
Yeah. Unless you didn't eat
The
cereals or you
the
eat them as
three cereals
adults.
my parents bought for us: Raisin Bran,
Oh, no.
Cheerios, not
Oh.
Honey Nut,
Oh,
and
no.
Life.
Too much sugar.
Yep. Life was like on a special occasion because it's got sugar and cinnamon in it.
I feel like you had a slightly oppressed childhood.
No, I didn't. I turned out fine.
My mom
That's
didn't
fair.
get a lot of sugary cereals either. We were allowed Captain Crunch, peanut butter Captain Crunch occasionally.
Mm.
That's because
Okay.
that was one of my. I think it might have been one of my dad's favorites.
Yeah.
Um,
Like we would have when we got older. Like I think when I was like 14, my mom would buy like the bag of marshmallow mateys.
yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And like every once in a while, not often. But it was like a lot of Rice Krispies, a lot of Cheerios, sometimes Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yep.
Special case strawberries is really good.
That is actually a good cereal.
It's a really good cereal.
The strawberries are really fun.
Yeah, I like Life. I like Kix.
I don't know. What
Oh,
Kix
and then the
is.
Trader
Kicks are
Joe's,
trash.
the Trader Joe's brand, where it's like the Puffins,
Okay.
and then there's the other one where it's like the Granilla Munch, or the Gorilla Munch,
Mhm.
where it's like peanut butter Kix. That's pretty good too.
I don't know what Kix are.
Kix are those corn.
They're really styrofoam.
Oh,
I've never liked
gosh.
Well, if you don't let them soak long enough, you'll just destroy the roof of your mouth because they will shred it to pieces.
Oh gosh, dude,
I mean, in the same way, Captain Crunch will destroy the roof of your mouth if you
Okay,
eat
but
it.
Captain Crunch tastes good.
It
and I
does.
think that
Kix is good.
no, I've always hated it. Always hated it. I think it derives from an instance in my early childhood where, like,
okay.
you know, I saw like ball cereal, and I assumed that it was just cereal shaped like a ball,
Yeah.
and I assumed that it was Captain Crunch. So I pick it up.
Yeah, but Crunch has like
Big handful. I got
it's
big
like
old
squares.
hands. Can get big old handfuls.
Mm-hmm.
Not the peanut butter crunch.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Big, round.
I didn't even know peanut butter
Spherical
crunch
guys.
existed.
So I take a big handful out, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to town on this because
Yeah.
I used to eat cereal just by the handful.
Yeah.
And
That's the way to do it.
I mean, as like everybody does, you know.
when you eat it dry, that's when you get the most flavor from the cereal, of course.
also the most mouth shredding.
So I want to bite into this and experience this mouthful of peanut butter explosion deliciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I bite into it, and it's Kix.
And you had deep pain.
And I was like, oh, what is this?
Well, because it's just corn.
Kix? Don't mind if I do. And I punted it out of the house.
Did you actually punt it?
Did you
No.
ever have like what this is
'Cause your mom
reminding
would have
me
been mad
of
at you.
Yeah.
is do you remember like what is the cereal called? Like Tricks Are for Kids. Like what is that cereal?
Tricks.
Tricks.
It's just straight up Tricks.
It's called
Tricks.
Tricks.
Trix.
Wait, are you guys saying Kix?
Tricks.
Tricks.
You guys have been saying Tricks the whole time?
No, we've been saying Kix.
Kix is a different cereal. I think
Yeah,
it's made
yeah,
by
yeah.
the same
I'm
company.
thinking of
Kid
Tricks then.
tested,
Yeah, yeah,
mother approved.
It's the same kind of concept, right? Like Tricks is just small, like flavored balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Kix is corn flavored.
Not good.
It just tastes like corn.
I can't see it.
I'm not
Like, you shouldn't eat that cereal.
No, you should. It's good.
Okay.
It tastes good.
We're cut from different cloths.
Life is good. Chex Mix is not Chex Mix, just Chex cereal. Rice? Do you guys like corn Chex, rice Chex, or wheat Chex?
Do you know what's good?
I just really don't like Chex.
Not necessarily Chex, but like
okay.
in Chex Mix, the like
the
garlic
wheat
bread
ones.
pieces.
And the rice ones are really good.
You know?
Hey, what's going on? What are you doing? What? Huh? Oh, okay.
For those of you who couldn't see,
Stop cutting through the studio.
That
We're busy.
was-
We're working.
that was Paul's
Hey, we're
wife
working.
walking into the studio. So you can say hi to Paul's wife in the comments.
Everyone say hi to Carly. Yeah, actually, I did find a way. Only on Spotify, I can put up a poll, like a one-question poll, and ask a question.
So your question could be
question
like,
I could
say hi to Carly.
Say hi to Carly. And
That
then
would be sick.
I would love to see just nothing but like hi Carly, hi Carly.
That would
hi,
be
Carly.
premium content right there.
But it's on Spotify, so
You can put up a poll and then they write their own answers.
yeah,
All right, here's your question.
it's dangerous.
Here's your question.
Slightly dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. What's going on?
What celebrity would be the hottest if they put on 50 pounds right now?
Me.
Not a celebrity.
I am a celebrity.
Not a celebrity.
Wow, that's actually a really intense question. Can I
Gabriel
say?
Iglesias.
Can I say
Okay,
probably
yeah.
like?
He's not gonna change.
Getting more fluffy.
He's just not gonna like because Chris Pratt will get fat.
Chris
Yeah.
Pratt's my answer.
Chris Pratt, yeah, because he just gets fat.
But honestly, like 50 pounds is a lot. But also like most celebrities are so
50 pounds
slim,
is going
generally
from how
speaking.
Elliot looks to how I look. By the way,
No, like
based on height.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
sure. Like I don't think it would look that atrocious on anybody. I think they'd still be like.
I feel like, but like, there are some people
Unless-
where if they gain 50 pounds, like if Pete Davidson gained 50 pounds,
I don't know who Pete
That'd be very
Davidson is.
noticeable.
he's the very skinny.
He only
comedian that
weighs
used
like
to date
one.
Ariana
He only
Grande.
weighs like 120.
His dad died in 9/11.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
sure.
brings it up a lot.
He
Well,
does.
other bring it up. a
Other
lot
people
to
bring it
him.
up a lot to him
Yeah.
because it's funny. This is the roast of Pete Davidson,
Yeah,
not of his
all right.
father.
It's
That was
pretty
in
rough.
2001.
Oh no.
Jimmy
That-
Carr is a fantastic British comedian. British comedians are very like nihilist. They have like a very bleak outlook on comedy.
Just like the weather.
Yeah,
in
well, it's like
the
it's
United
not-
Kingdom.
It's like the weather, but also like their outlook on everything. It's like they take like the sad parts from it.
Mm-hmm.
But there is one American comedian that went over there. His name is Kyle Kinane,
Mm-hmm.
and his review from like the London Times or whatever was that his comedy was bleak and misanthropic in a place where
The comedy is bleak and misanthropic.
yeah, in a place where the comedy is like really nihilist and like sad.
Well,
Anyway, so yeah, I think if Pete Davidson gained that weight, it'd be very noticeable, but I don't think he'd look bad.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's got to be something where it's really noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So it would still look good.
Chris
though.
Pratt's my answer.
I think if Zachary Levi gained 50 pounds, he'd still look pretty good.
Yeah.
Why-
He's the guy that played Chuck in the TV show Chuck,
Fuck.
and he was the best Disney princess
sure.
in Tangled.
He was the best Disney princess. In
Yeah, he
Tangled.
was Flynn Rider in Tangled. He's the best.
Oh,
He's the best Disney
Flynn
princess.
Rider.
Yeah.
Yo.
The greatest Disney princess.
He is.
He's also
actually.
Shazam. So,
Shazam.
He's Shazam.
yeah,
Oh, that guy's sick.
yeah, he's cool.
He could gain 50 pounds.
Yeah, and then he'd look fine.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah. So Zachary Levi. He's also the cousin in Alvin and the Chipmunks 2.
I can't think of that person.
Is he a cousin of the Chipmunks?
No, he's a cousin of.
Of
Okay,
the dad.
good. That
right?
would have been
Of
really
My
hard
Name
to
is Earl.
explain. Yeah.
He's a cousin of My Name is Earl.
I don't understand the reference.
The guy that plays the guy that adopts the chipmunks in Alvin and the Chipmunks
Is Earl?
Is
He's
Earl
famous from
Nice.
My Name is Earl.
that show mainly.
Yeah, that show's pretty good. His list, but they really
I've
that
never
show
watched
just
it.
ended. Like they just didn't get renewed for another season, so it's just
Yeah.
over. Oh
It happens a lot more in television
weird.
than it
I don't
should.
even.
yeah. Well, and then there's shows like Futurama where they had 4 different series finales.
Did they actually?
Oh yeah, they did because they knew where they were getting canceled 4 times, so they had 4 different series finales.
Is it? Do they ironically come back? At
Oh,
the
yeah,
start of
every
the next
single
season?
time.
That's hilarious.
And they make fun of Fox every time.
I want to watch this now.
Futurama's pretty.
My dad loves
Futurama's
Futurama.
a great show. Made by the same Matt Groening, who's the guy who made the original Simpsons, not the current
Mhm.
Simpsons because it's bad now. It was bad after like season 9.
Yeah.
Aren't they on like season 50 now?
Like
or something?
32, and they have like 18 Emmys.
It happens.
Wild.
Yeah,
You know, when you run for 30
I
seasons.
think Family Guy's pretty good.
It's been a long time since I've seen. My roommate will show me clips of Family Guy. That's my exposure to Family Guy.
Yeah, Family Guy did a really good Star Wars spoof.
it's a really good spoof.
It is.
I like it a lot.
Like 10
I really
years
like.
ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a while ago. I really like something dark side. That's a good one.
Dude, that and if you watched Robot Chicken,
Yeah, they do a really good job too.
like I love all their spoofs on Star Wars.
I really like.
Also, don't watch Robot Chicken.
like the first one where because Cleveland plays R2D2, or the guy who plays Cleveland is R2D2, and then it's just R2D2 holding a gun sideways, shooting out of like the X-wing, shooting at things.
Yeah.
It's like R2D2 in the movies, R2D2 in the Clone Wars, and the Clone Wars R2D2 just shooting people. Honestly, they should just give R2D2 a gun.
They should. I mean,
He would say
Not
that
even a blaster. Like
just a regular
a
gun.
9mm.
Dude, Star
You
Wars
wouldn't see it
Episode
coming.
3
Right.
was a rated R movie.
It,
I mean, it's PG-13,
They
but
did
it's a rated R
they
movie.
did cut out the scene. They cut out a 1.5 minute long scene that would have made it a rated R movie, but George Lucas said, "Yikes, that's a little much."
What was the scene?
Anakin killing younglings.
Oh, wait, they have that actually filmed?
Yes, they have.
Could I watch it?
You can watch it without any effects on it, so you can
Okay.
watch it in a green room with like children being stabbed by
Oh my
by Hayden
gosh.
Christensen.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah, they actually killed like 19 kids to film that scene.
Well,
Those kids were really committed to their roles. So was
Wow.
Hayden Christensen.
Yeah,
I feel like
Hayden Christensen
someone
did a really
should
good
have signed
job.
a like
George
a
Lucas was in the
non-disclosure
back,
agreement
like,
for that.
screaming, Stop! Stop!
His giant throat just shaking. Have you seen that? It's
He's fallen to
What?
the dark side.
Have you not seen a picture of George Lucas recently?
No, I haven't.
He has like this bullfrog's throat.
I mean, if you like sold your company for like billions
No,
of
no,
dollars.
like this was like 2003 when he got this thing.
Oh, sicko mode.
Yeah, he's like,
But like,
well, like I mean, whatever. Make fun of how he looks. He is just a giant nerd.
yeah,
He's just a
he
giant.
is.
He
A
was just
hot giant nerd.
Dude, if he gained 50 pounds, he'd still be. Anyways.
Be 50 pounds hotter.
yeah.
But like, someone should have signed a non-disclosure agreement for that.
But he just
like
has-
killing younglings. Like that's not. You shouldn't talk about that.
Yeah, but he does just have like it's not as bad in this picture, but like his chin is not very far away from his throat.
Yeah, that's
So it
true.
makes his-
Oh yeah, he
and
doesn't
his
have a lot
neck
of
is
depth.
really tall.
He doesn't have a lot of
So
depth.
he doesn't have a lot of depth, and his neck is really tall, so it makes his throat look like it's huge. So everyone makes fun of that. So when they do like their like costumes that like look like George Lucas, they just make it even bigger. You know, it's a caricature. It's funny.
Yeah,
So
as one does.
yeah, but like pictures like this just make it look like he has no chin. Like if he didn't
He
have a
actually
beard, he'd have
doesn't.
no chin.
That's rough, Georgie.
He actually doesn't have a chin.
Like that's pretty good too.
He doesn't have a chin.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
My favorite Lego set, by the way, my favorite Star Wars Lego set, is George Lucas with $4.3 billion.
Is that actually? That's not like.
No, someone made a spoof of it.
Okay, that's pretty funny though.
4.05.
Can I see this picture?
I'm showing it to you right now.
As you're okay. As you. Oh, that. How many pieces is that?
It's a lot.
It doesn't tell you how many pieces. But
Well, each piece is worth 100, so
yeah. Wait, 4.2 billion, and they also like not only did he sell his company, but people dislike his company so much without his direction that he
Yeah.
consults now for.
oh yeah,
Disney.
where they like talk to him. Well, Lucas Corp or Lucas Film or whatever,
Yeah.
Lucas Arts. No, that's their video game one. But like the Lucas quarters
Oh, F in the chat.
Nice going,
Has-
Levi.
F in the chat.
Well played.
has the final say on all decisions with Star Wars. Like
All right, we're back.
all Star Wars games have to go through story approval with like LucasArts,
Okay.
which is kind of cool that like they still kind of hold that much authority.
Yeah. So does he like sit
Like-
on the board with LucasArts then, or?
I don't think he's on the board anymore, but he has people who like are just uber nerds in
Yeah.
charge, like lore guys who are in charge.
Yeah.
Like every book has to be like go through all that stuff too.
Mm-hmm. And I suppose like also is Filoni on that board too,
I don't know who that
or
is.
does he
Should
just
be.
Oh, I think so.
like he's the guy who has transitioned Star Wars into the place that it is in
Yeah.
modern
Pretty
society.
sure he
He wrote
just
Clone
got
Wars, didn't he?
Yeah, Clone Wars and also
then
every
Mando.
other
Yeah.
meaningful piece of Star Wars
Mando
media,
and-
Yeah.
like he did
Oh, hey, how's it going?
most
Come
of
here.
Mando.
Hey, come here. No, come here.
I think
Hey.
he got put in charge of Star Wars from now on.
Bye, Carly.
Yeah, he should be because he does a great job with it.
He does.
He really does a good job making sure Anakin commits his war crimes.
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, surrendering, fake surrendering,
Fake surrendering.
easiest war crime to do.
And he's done it like 35 times that we've seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that scene of him killing younglings is hilarious.
But
Because there is an interview with Lucas where he's just like, yeah, we just couldn't include that. It was like a little too much.
It's like that's super dark.
Or like Shock T is a Jedi that's been killed like 4 or 5 different times, but her death has been edited out a few times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And she's
So
also
they
killed in other pieces of media as well.
All the time.
And
She's killed in Clone Wars, and then she's killed in Order 66, and then she's killed in something else.
she's killed in The Force Unleashed. She's killed in.
Oh yeah, she's killed in everything.
She's killed in everything. Like
and it's
she's
hilarious.
she's both immortal and dead
yeah.
in all realities.
But yeah, there's like I think in Revenge of the Sith, they like wrote in her death like 3 times, and then eventually like I think Palpatine kills her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Palpatine is the official death of Shaak Ti, but like she was supposed to be killed by Count Dooku when they were on Grievous's ship, or he was supposed to be killed. She was supposed to be killed by Grievous. On
Oh
Grievous's
yeah, and
ship.
like one of the opening scenes.
In like the opening scene,
And he
when
takes
they're in
the
the ray
lightsaber.
shield.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he takes
Yeah,
her
there you go.
lightsaber, a fine addition to his collection,
And they cut that.
and they cut that. Yeah, but then they kill her some other time too. I think they have Anakin kill her in the temple because they didn't know
Yeah.
if they were going to have him kill her in the temple or if they were going to have Grievous kill her or if they wanted to have Chancellor Palpatine kill her. Anyway, she just gets killed like 3 times in the same movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could die that many. Never mind.
I wanna shout it out to all the Star Wars villains for being infinitely cooler than all of the Star Wars heroes.
100%.
Actually, though,
looking at Grievous,
4 arms.
easily the coolest thing I've ever
Okay,
seen.
so you go from no Star Wars battles for 30 years.
Yeah.
20, whatever, however many years. And then it's 1999. You're going to see Phantom Menace. Who is that? Onan. It's some dude with like red and black skin tattoos and horns
on his head.
and
Yeah.
black robe.
He pulls
who
out
has like 6 lines.
lightsaber.
He pulls out a lightsaber. One side goes up,
The
then the other side
goes.
Yo!
the music.
Bum, 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 bum. Honestly, just
Darth Maul, so cool.
London
He's
Symphony Orchestra.
so good.
John Williams leading that thing, going absolutely insane because that is the greatest music to make for like the first lightsaber battle in like 30 years. That's the best one.
Oh yeah.
Insane. And then the next movie,
And the next movie, it's Count Dooku.
We get
Who is
Dooku.
it? Who is that?
Christopher Lee.
Oh, it's Sir Christopher Lee.
Exactly.
Being the biggest badass ever. You know him from Lord of the Rings. He's fantastic.
He's
so
really
much
good.
class and eloquence. He easily outmaneuvers every single
Dooku
Jedi.
in the books is awesome. Like he's terrifyingly cool.
Yeah.
He's a huge fan of cutting people's hands off.
Hilarious.
Which is why he does it.
He does it. So cutting people's hands off in Star Wars, ready for the super nerd stuff,
Yeah.
is really symbolic because it means you're so much of not a threat that I can cut off your weapon with no damage to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then cutting someone's, or like you're kind of a threat, so I'm going to stop you from fighting, but
Yeah.
like not so much of a threat because I can just cut your hand off. And then cutting someone's arm off, so like he cut Anakin's arm off, which means Anakin was kind of a threat to him, so he had to do more of a wilder swing without the precision of cutting just the hand off.
Yeah. So he's not
So like
showboating.
the ultimate move is cutting someone's lightsaber in half while they're using it.
Yeah.
Then cutting someone's hand off, then cutting someone's arm off, then killing them. Like that's it.
Okay.
And so,
like
and then
you're such a threat, you have to die.
You have to be killed, like in combat. And so he hates cyborgs, like people that have cybernetics. So he thought that Anakin should have just had one arm from that point because he was like, no, accept your shame and
Yeah.
live with one arm for the rest of your life. Don't have stupid robot arms. And so when Anakin cut off both of his hands at
with the
same-
cybernetic arm.
with the cybernetic arm, it was
Oh.
like Anakin spitting. That's why like when he's like sitting there and he's like in shock.
yeah.
That's why he's in shock, is because he's like, oh no, like I was the best. Like he literally was the best. He mastered all 7 forms of lightsaber combat.
And he was such a non-threat that Anakin
And then Anakin
cut
chopped
his
both
hands
of his
off.
hands off
at the
at the same time. And then like that's why
Gosh.
he's in shock when like Sidious tells Anakin to kill him, because he's already still in shock from Anakin cutting off his hands when he is technically inferior for having a robot arm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And his
So anyway,
master's also telling him
you
to
have
kill him.
Christopher Lee
That's what you
playing
get for being ableist,
Dooku.
That's easily the worst thing he's done.
Yeah, being ableist.
Yeah.
Definitely not leading a separatist movement.
No.
I mean, he left the Jedi Order for good reasons.
I'm pro-separatist.
He did.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Get
Like,
rid of the giant government.
Massive
The Republic was in
universe-wide
shambles.
government
Oh, yeah.
full of corrupt politicians
Oh.
and a useless
Yeah, it's-
Congress.
Oh, yeah. That does
It's-
nothing but spend money on themselves.
Boy.
It's not a very good political situation at all.
Yeah, the politics of Star Wars are sometimes confusing, but like separatists were 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
Clone Boys were pretty tight, though.
The clones were cool.
Do love some clones.
The clones were cool, and like the Jedi were complacent and bad, and so they did kind of need to be not killed. I don't think they need to be killed.
But I mean, like there's
They were-
there's always a better answer.
They were at the point of like religious zealots where they just don't understand their religion anymore. It's like like the Jews
Yeah.
in the New Testament.
Like there's
really good
there's
analogy.
always a
Yeah, it
better
is.
way than killing,
Everyone.
like overthrowing and killing lots of people.
Anyway, so yeah, the separatists were right.
Politically speaking, they did commit some massive war atrocities
I mean, but
yeah,
like
especially by
but
being
Star
in a
Wars
fictional
war-
world.
yeah, but
that
like Star
never
Wars war
existed.
crimes are different than real life war crimes.
Yeah.
So maybe they
Sure.
don't have any war crimes. I mean, they did have to fight like 1,000 years before that the Sith Empire, which was literally the Jedi leading a religious war against a different sect of their religion and dragging the Republic behind them to fund their war against another religion. And like it was a whole thing. It's like why the Republic was so Chancellor Valorum, not the one in Phantom Menace, but like that guy's great grandfather, Chancellor Valorum, made it so that the Jedi can't declare war anymore. And then he abolished the Republic military after that because he was like, we're not being dragged into a stupid religious war again. After they eradicated the Sith Empire.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And the Sith Empire fell on its own, kind of. Like, the Jedi did what they could, but, like, the Sith Empire fell on their own because of infighting. Because what would happen is that there'd be, like, one Sith who's super powerful, and he's kind of a dick. And then all the Sith that are not as powerful would join up and kill that guy. But now that they lost their most powerful guy, like...
A new powerful guy takes the place.
No,
right?
like they're just weaker now because they killed the most powerful guy, and so there's like so much infighting that they just like destroyed their hierarchy, which is why the rule of two is a thing, because now only if the one apprentice is stronger than the master can he kill the master.
Yep.
So
and the
it's-
master can always be like, yeah.
And the master can always just shut him down until they can't, and at that point, it's right that they should be killed.
Yeah.
Because they've served their purpose. Anyway, so that you see a double saber boy with spiky red heads. You see Sir Christopher Lee, fantastic, does a great job. Then what do you see? Oh, what is that? A cyborg with 4 lightsabers,
Arms. 4 lightsabers, just spinning them around everywhere.
who is said to be a Jedi hunter, and each blade he has is from a Jedi he has killed. What a Chad.
That's amazing.
He's a pretty big Chad. And then, of course, Obi-Wan immediately cuts off one of his arms.
Yep.
Shoots.
So, I mean, Obi-Wan's
So
probably the
so
bigger
uncivilized.
Chad.
Obi-Wan does some really heavy lifting in movie 3.
He does.
Yeah.
And
Obi-Wan in the
all
Clone
the
Wars,
Clone Wars
yeah,
as
he does
well.
something really
He's
good.
the reason why the Clone Wars is the reason why I like his character as much. as I
Bounty
do.
Hunter Obi-Wan is a great arc, by the way. I'm not going to spoil it, but Bounty Hunter Obi-Wan is probably the best arc of all time. Yeah, Obi-Wan really does some work, and you can see why he has PTSD. Like, have you guys seen Rebels at all?
Oh, some enough
Nope.
to know. Like one of the most powerful scenes of the show is
Is Darth Maul finding Obi-Wan Kenobi
Yep.
as an old man on Tatooine?
it was a very that's
And it's like,
one of the coolest lightsaber fights I've seen.
yeah, and it's 3 seconds long.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you should go look that up.
It's really good.
If you're not going to watch Rebels, look that up.
Look up just that
Just
scene.
look up all
because
key scenes of Rebels.
the main character of Rebels ruins that scene immediately after by talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he sucks. But like if you're gonna watch any part of Rebels, it should be that scene because
And also
it really shows
anything
his growth.
with Ahsoka as well.
Anything with Ahsoka's pretty good. Anything with Vader in it's really good
Yep.
because Vader is
Another great
really
villain.
terrifying. Oh man, Anakin Skywalker is he's a powerful Jedi, but Darth Vader,
Yep.
in like comics and in books, is one of the most terrifying thing. Okay, so spoiler alert for a video game that came out 2 years ago. Jedi Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm.
The very last thing you do in that game is you're in the Inquisitorius base, so where the Inquisitors are all from.
Yep.
And where they were all trained by Darth Vader. And the last thing you do is run away from Darth Vader because you find out immediately that he can stop your lightsaber from touching him without even moving a finger. And he just stops you from moving. And then he'll throw like something the size of this room at you. And so it's like immediately you're like, well, I can't fight this guy. And he's really terrifying because it's just him breathing and walking calmly towards you. And that's one of the most terrifying things ever, to see a guy in a giant black suit, giant man, just
calmly walking
towards you. And then like playing with you. Because that's all he does. He just toys with you. Because he knows he's better than you. And so he just toys with you.
And he just has fun.
And then he just destroys you.
That's insane.
Yeah. No, he's ridiculous in that. So Darth Vader is honestly one of the coolest villains. Emperor Sidious, Emperor Palpatine.
Nah.
Cool, but not in the way that he should be. Like he's not a cool Sith. He is a cool villain.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember who played him. Who's the actor that played him?
I don't remember.
Ian McKellen.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I think that's him.
And someone else plays him in,
I'm gonna look it up.
in
So
the
I think-
prequels, correct?
No, it's the same guy.
It's the same guy for the prequels?
Yeah, the guy who played him in 1983 was wearing a lot of makeup, and then he played him in the prequels. It's the same guy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not the same guy in Episode 5 where Sidious talks on the hollow thing to Darth Vader,
Okay.
but it is the same guy from Episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
He does such a good job. He just loves being evil.
Mm-hmm.
You can just tell that like Sidious is really enjoying being just a villain, being a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
He rules the universe and he's 1,000 years old. Whatever, who cares? He's not 1,000. He's like
No,
he's
not.
like 60.
He's pretty old.
Yeah. He's old and decrepit, but he is the coolest
He
guy.
definitely
Ian McKellen is Gandalf.
You're right.
Not Palpatine.
That was I thought that a second ago, but yeah.
That's okay.
But one of those classic like old school British theater actors that went into movies.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he just loves being evil in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. You want this, don't you?
Ian McDiarmid.
Another
McDermott.
Ian.
Ian McDermott.
Ian McDermott.
Yeah.
So he's in every Star Wars movie. Wow. Oh, that's sicko mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a career right there. To live
Right.
for all of the
Well,
Skywalker
not
saga,
every
as
single
it's
one.
Yeah,
affectionately
he's in
dubbed.
6.
But he's in. I think he's
Well,
the
he's in the
only actor
special.
in all
He's in the
three
special
trilogies.
Except
edition
5.
of 5.
Oh, is he?
He's in 5, 6. Well, in the special edition, not in the original cut. He's in 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and 9. I think
5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and 9.
because he's not in A New Hope.
Yeah, he's not in the ones before.
He's not in A New Hope. And I think is he in the Clone Wars? No, he's not. It's a different guy in the Clone Wars, but he does a really good job of copying his way of doing it. Anyway, this has been the Star Wars episode.
That's right.
We should talk about anything else.
Boop boop. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo,
Have you had to use any of your restraining holds yet, Elliot?
Welcome to
I
the
have,
end segment,
but
everybody.
I don't really.
How many
No,
forms
or-
did you have to fill out after that?
It's just one form. And it's kind of just a description of the event, and it gets passed on to the therapist.
Yeah.
And kind of like talks about like events leading up to it, and then
Sure.
like results of the hold,
Gotcha.
physical restraint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is the worst injury caused by one of the boys to another boy or staff member? Without saying names, what's
If you
the
can
worst?
legally say something.
If you can legally say something, what's the worst injury that's happened?
I really have no idea if I can say anything on this or not.
Okay.
But like
All right.
Hospital
they
involved?
let us know in training that like people in our positions have been beaten to death before.
Oh, dang.
Oh, wow.
Not like in our specific positions in our organization,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
people working as counselors like at this
At like facilities
level
like
of security facility.
Yeah.
We're like one step below juvie, and like I don't know.
Like you're one step away from being a correctional officer. No, not at all. You're a handler.
My job is a lot more focused on reform, but also like I don't know.
Do
Like
you
they have
keys?
to like they have to be there more or less.
Yes,
Yeah.
a number of
State
the
required.
children that that are in these types of facilities often have assault charges against them.
Mm-hmm.
From like teachers and stuff, or like neighbors and things.
Usually guardians,
Yeah.
parents or guardians.
Mm.
Just
That's sad.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, but when they're home, they grow up in really tough environments. They
Mhm.
don't really have many resources to help them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, for some of them, it's like their way to protect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They only know how to like lash out through physical violence.
Mm-hmm.
So to take them in and give them an opportunity to just like relearn how to live life in a
Yeah.
more loving way, that's something that I find like
Yeah.
really fulfilling. So I'm really like enjoying this job so far. But also there's like a lot of, I don't know, a lot of drama, I guess, to say the least.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That comes with it too, because the boys just they're they're good kids. They have a lot of redeeming qualities. It's just they
Yeah.
They need help sometimes.
Like,
didn't learn how to properly express their feelings growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
My mom
Is
will
it
tell.
so? It's like the extreme to be funny because it's a nice topic
Mm-hmm.
and it's really like makes you think a little bit. But to be funny, it's kind of like if Ruthie's siblings just didn't have any direction at all and were just allowed to punch walls and then people.
I mean, yeah, essentially.
Like that's the
And
step. It
if
goes
they
from
have,
that
like,
and up and up and up.
Mm-hmm.
like
Which is just really funny that your girlfriend's siblings have like punched through walls and doors and just destroy things.
I feel like most of them have done that non-maliciously, though.
How do you
As
destroy
where-
a door non-maliciously?
I don't know. From what I've heard, from what she's told me, is that her family is just like really weird. And
Okay.
I mean, it's her oldest brother that she often talks about just absolutely wailing on walls and doors all the time. And I think that he did it out of frustration, but
Okay.
like
That's intense. That's a door, man.
I've met him. He's got a kid now, and
Yeah.
he seems like a pretty chill dude. We played Jackbox together.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
That's a fun game.
That is a really fun game. Quiplash?
Quiplash is
We did
good.
Quiplash.
Oh,
Nice.
that
They
when
had,
you're-
like, the
when you first
newest
are dating someone,
version.
that's a good way to figure out who they are as a
Yeah.
person.
Quiplash.
They had like the newest version, and they had some really fun games on there other than
Mhm.
Quiplash.
Yeah. Jackbox is always a good. We should
yeah.
get Jackbox here.
That'd be
Work
pretty cool.
expense.
Do a Jackbox.
Definitely.
it is a
just
work
add it to the work.
expense.
So I did add the PC part picker link to so you can see our podcast.
Oh, to the
studio.
Patreon?
I didn't add the photo, not the Patreon. I
Okay.
just put it on the regular. I'll just move to the Patreon. Anyway, if you're now if you're listening, it's on the Patreon and you have to pay for it. But
Nice.
you could also just find it if you know what to look for. But I did an inventory of everything we use for podcasting, including all the monitors, everything in the computer room, all the cables, soundboard, all the microphones, everything like that. Pretty much everything except for this monitor, our studio monitor.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't find a way to add it. Because it's not a monitor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a TV. And it's like, Elliot, you ready for this number?
I'm ready.
It's like $2,500.
Ooh, I wasn't ready.
Elliot wasn't ready.
Just worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we did not get everything in MSRP. Like our cables were donated. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Joe, you're great.
Joe
guy.
Mama.
Joe-
Woo! Take that, audience. Take that, Levi.
Excuse me, I couldn't hear you over the sound of your mom.
You didn't even set that up. You can't just lead with that. You've got to do something before it. Try it again.
What?
Try it again.
I'm really sorry. I'm just really distracted.
Try it again. Be better.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. 1 second. Oh. Sorry, I'm just looking at my phone. Your mom is actually really funny.
Yeah,
What?
I know.
Because I'm texting Elliot's mom.
I just got a
That's the
text
joke.
on my phone. It's Elliot's mom. Her.
That's gonna be
Well,
cut from
everybody,
the
that
episode.
was episode 15.
That's going to be cut from the episode.
I'm going to edit that out. And
I mean, do it. You do it.
honestly, it's great that you're here. Thank you for being on
Wait, are
the
you talking to
Patreon.
me?
Thank
is
you
the
for
free one.
being. Well, I mean, if they're on Patreon, they're gonna listen to the free
Yeah,
one
they're
too,
gonna listen to the
right?
free
You know
one,
what I'm saying?
probably.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's good to assume.
Thank you
I
for
would.
being with us,
You would?
even in the regular space,
wouldn't.
on your
You wouldn't listen to the free ones
Spotify's,
if you
your
paid for
anchors,
the good ones?
your casual podcast space.
Yeah.
This was,
You
a
can
pretty
find
classic
us
end of
everywhere.
our episode.
We're on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. I don't have a custom URL yet, but if you just Google Lake City Variety, we are the top 11 searches. So,
Excellent.
which is good because we're finally making a name for ourselves.
Leave a comment somewhere that you can, saying either hi to Carly or what was the other thing that we talked about?
Oh, if you could,
Which
if a celebrity
celebrity-
could gain
Which celebrity
50
could gain
pounds
50 pounds
and still look good.
look good?
Who is the celebrity that you sent to us? George
Ballooney.
Ballooney.
George Ballooney. He could
Clooney
gain 50
ballooned up.
pounds.
He looks like he gained 500 pounds in that photo. It's a great photo.
It is a great photo.
Anyway, we're on Audible. We are on Audible.
We didn't even talk about Cheetos and how ridiculous Cheetos are getting.
Well, that's
Wait,
a
is there
bonus
a Cheetos
episode
I
cereal?
wanted
thing.
to bring that up.
We'll
this
bring bonus
episode.
episode it. All right.
I feel like it's main episode.
You think it's main
content, though.
episode?
No. It's bonus episode content.
Bon appetit.